Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with none other than Big Baby Miller. We're here in London. Welcome. This is sort of like my second home now, so I feel like I can welcome you now.
It's your second home, I guess you're probably in love with AJ.
No. I'm literally I go back and forth. Oh, yeah. So I'm living in both places. But how are you? How are you doing right now?
No, I'm chilling, man. I'm relaxed, man.
You seemed really relaxed on stage with your feet all up.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. Like I said, I don't have to put on a front or fake. He had to hype himself up to say what he said at the end. I'm going to knock this, I'm going to do that. Like, listen, man, I already said I got to say. I don't need to go overboard or even let the beast out. I had to turn the switch off last week because I'm driving through Brooklyn. I'm ready to go smash somebody right now. So I said, "Now we gonna do what we gonna do. We gonna chill, enjoy the good weather out here. Sip on my tea and just relax, baby. That's all it is. Nothing to do."
Look, the animosity seems pretty real between the two of you. Is there a backstory as to why it is the way that it is, or is it just leading up to the fight you just decided you didn't really like each other?
No, like he said, the only thing he's ever said that sounds any kind of truth to it is he is the landlord. He got the keys. He's the gatekeeper right now. He got the keys. But where I come from, the landlord get their ass whooped when they step their boundary. So, like I said before, he's just somebody that's in my way, and I gotta knock him out and get to the next level. That's all it is, But like I said, I just don't like his aura. Don't like his spirit. Don't like the way he moves, the way he act, the way his team act. But I'm just gonna do me, and I'm a warrior.
Joshua said that you're a good fighter, but he wouldn't call you an elite fighter. What would you like to say to that?
Well, what I'm going to say, that's his opinion. A lot of people don't call him elite. It's a platform that he's been fighting on with $1 million behind Instagram marketing. That's a lot of money for Instagram. So, like I said, he can say what he wants, but, man, my one thing is me. My word means more than any contract. My credibility means more than anything. Rather it be in the streets or in a business office. So, like I said, when I say something, I does it. And come June 1st, I'm going to whoop that boy's ass.
You talked a bit about your backstory, how you grew up, how hard you had it. Can you tell me a bit about how that has kind of evolved you into the man that you are today?
Oh, man, I think your upbringing is what's going to evolve you in adolescent years, Like I said, I've been on my own when I was 17 years old, moved out, had my own place, on the streets just grinding and just trying to find a way, to support my boxing, And thank God I never had no, drug habits or, stuff like that. I got a lot of little knucklehead movement, but thank God it was nothing really off track in my life, And it shows me that, a lot of my friends are dead. My brother's not in the country right now. And, that was one of my things that really set me apart was when my older brother was taken away from me and I had to kind of find my own, That's the kind of goal when you're a kid is go to the gym and follow your older brother, So when that move happened, it was like I was kind of on the own. I had to really find myself and figure out, today I grow up as a man, and that was it, man. And we just stayed on the grind. I told myself, once I lock in on fighting, nothing is going to deter me, nothing's going to stop me. And along the way, you find little pieces of inspiration and motivation, and going back to the countries where I grew up in Belize and seeing my brother in Jamaica and my father in Haiti, it's like, wow, there's so much we can do as athletes and speak out about these things. But come June 1st, the first thing I'm going to do is, break AJ's face, and we can do more positive things with that.
Do you feel that you've gotten under his skin?
Do you think I got under his skin?
I mean, all I'm going to say is I've never seen AJ more annoyed.
That's how you got that. Well, baby, that you answered the question for you, man. Everybody asked me the same question. I said, what do you think? And they said, yeah. Well, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Although he is the champion, it seems like you don't really rate him very highly.
No,
why is that?
Most definitely. He's got the belts, but look how he got the belts. So, and look where he's fought the whole entire time in England. Like I said, it takes some luck, some good promotion, and the right scheme of things to get things happening in a good plan. And like I said, everybody knows the story about Klitschko lost to Tyson Fury 2 years off. He come back, little ring rust, and dropped him. Tyson, he fought Charles Martin, who gave him the belt. So there's a lot of aspects you can look at opponents he fought and the way they fought him and opponent were good names. And a part of promotion and matchmaking is fighting good names at the right time to get the maximum potential out of it. So, like I said, he has a smart team behind him. They did things. They played it the right way. But they contradict themselves a lot, from not wanting to fight any Americans to when Charles Martin won the belt, we're going to hurry up and fight Charles Martin and bait him in with some bread. So, like I said, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about his team. I know that's Eddie Hearn's, baby. You got to babysit him.
Lastly, I just want to ask you about Tyson Fury's comments about sparring.
Oh, my God.
He did, we did a live Q&A, and that's what he told me. So what do you have to say?
Okay, listen, I know Tyson for a long time, and he's a comedian, and he likes clowning around and cracking jokes and saying shit. That shit never happened. I hit Tyson with overhand rights and left hook body. Couldn't hit me with a handful of rights. So that was years ago. So for him to say that, and I usually don't say nothing bad about Tyson Fury because when I say something, I mean it from the heart. You know what I mean? I said many times before, like, I'm a fan of Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? He's a googly guy, and we text and talk when I have time, when we have time. We're not doing nothing. And we had a conversation like a couple of days ago. So I guess he's doing it for clout and trying to hype his fight up with him and Deontay. But that's the thing with Tyson Fury. He's mostly a showman. He can fight, but he's mostly a showman. That Deontay thing, like, I do this shit for real. You know what I mean? If I say I'm going to pull my gun, I'm going to pull my gun out. If I say I'm going to punch him, I'm going to pull my punching face. I'm just going to walk away and let stuff be. I'm just going to walk stuff and let stuff be. So I'm not going to say nothing, putting it out there in the universe if it didn't happen. Yeah. If he dropped me, I'm like, yeah, he got me. I've never been dropped ever. Klitschko, I've 100, never been dropped ever. So for him to say that I put on camera, like, I'm just going to sit here and just take this, like, yeah, but I'm thinking about different things. My focus is AJ, you know? Maybe Tyson's back on the, again, I don't know. He might be bugging out, but like I said, man, I'm Big Baby. Ain't nobody here with me, period.
All right, Big Baby. Well, thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate you. Final words? Tune in June 1st for $9.99, and I kick this English muffins behind. You get a cup of tea and an ass whooping. Tune in. All right. Bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans. It's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.